a clean running team all the way through the semis, all the way through the finals, and there just doesn't seem to be much stopping them. Here is the prediction, and honestly, 81% to 19. I'm pretty happy with that. To be honest, I thought it was going to be even more sided towards ZEST.
Yeah, I felt like looking back at the, the conversation over at event.brawlstars.com about ZEST going all the way, 95 to 5%, 95% saying that they're going to win the whole thing, but a lot less saying that they're going to actually take this first semi-finals. So that's kind of interesting to see. The bans are in, however, and the first pick for ZEST is a Pam, and I really do like that. But without the Grey, it is going to make a little bit of a difference. The bans on that side of things were Grey, Stu, and Ruffs for Revenge Gaming. Stu, B, and Griff on the side of ZEST. It's certainly a game mode where this draft is very, very important. Barley going to be coming in for Revenge Gaming. We saw in the EMEA yesterday just how effective Edgar was actually on Split to really counteract some of those throwers. Let's see what Revenge Gaming wants to add to the mix. Great to see that Firecrow and the ZEST guys really are looking very confident though, and big smiles all around from them.
Yeah, they're just happy to be here. I think they're enjoying being on the camera more than they are actually being in the monthly finals. So we'll see if these smiles get them where they want to be, and maybe we'll see a little bit of a change if we do see some surprises from Revenge Gaming come out and a little bit of an upset potentially. But they are going to take Colette as their second pick. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I think the Barley
surprise for me.
I think the Barley into the Pam's good. Obviously, the Colette into the Pam's good. But you've got to think about the long run. And I feel like ZEST, with 2 more picks left, they're going to be able to counter out this Colette quite successfully.
I'm not a fan of Colette here. I think there's better options for them, but obviously they are thinking something. I mean, Rico's available here as well. That'd be a great idea to have that left-hand side lane, and maybe even a Sprout along the way. But the Grey ban I do really like. I've got to say straight off the back, Crow is definitely a South America pick. There is no doubt about it. I would imagine more on the right-hand side lane for this particular map, and can cause some problems. I mean, in general, ZEST tend to play as well some different kind of gadget ideas when it comes to Crow, which I really do like, coming in much more with defense booster as opposed to slowing Toxin, and it can be going therefore much more on the aggressive, but it's definitely not the kind of draft I was expecting to see actually for Split. I want to see some tankier ideas perhaps, or something more control, and there it is. I love that. Absolutely love that. Edgar meta, I feel, is genuinely starting to get soaked up around the world now currently. But esports and EMEA have really been just advocating how much that particular brawler has a place currently, as throwers are becoming stronger with the amount of unbreakable walls now in the game, and that then does cater a lot towards Edgar as a hard counter to that Barley. Love that. How are Revenge Gaming going to respond now?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to assume ZEST have been watching a little bit too much semantic on that Brawl, haven't you, really? Like, I'm not 100% convinced still that it is 100% meta, especially when faced with an El Primo. We saw it work out against it yesterday, as you say, in that FUT Esports versus SK Gaming game. But at the same time, a Primo in reality should be able to fend off that Edgar a lot of the time. And if he stays near the Barley, then I think they've got a decent chance.
Yeah, I agree. I like the Primo final pick, and it's very interesting, gotta say as well, that Shelly wasn't picked or banned. Like, we didn't see that once yesterday at all. If Shelly wasn't banned, it was first pick. So perhaps that's not necessarily drifted over towards South America in that respect, and therefore that makes that Primo far better to have as that third and final. I think Revenge Gaming may have just drawn back this draft a little bit towards the end. I'm still a little bit opposed to the Colette. Hopefully it can find some value on that right-hand side, which is where it definitely belongs, supporting Yama there. But let's see who gets there first into the zone. Oh, look at that momentum. Straight in onto Parks, and a swift takedown. That left-hand side zone now will be fully capped up, as Pekka now just going to sit there with his shield gear and buy some time.
Yeah, surprising to see him not drop a little slow there as well. I'm not sure if he's going to be, running the Herbal Tonic, which he is. In the face of Edgar, you kind of usually expect that slow to be coming down to at least have 3 successful matchups against it. But at the moment, we're not seeing it coming out of Puck's. Pekka just trying to hold this left-hand side. Not doing too bad so far. Scrapsucker thrown out, but that super from Puck's coming in nicely and actually pushed them off the zone. But a good trade from Motab over the right-hand side. Another healing coming down there from the Barley over to the right. And Firecrow just trying to take this matchup. Does a beautiful jump over that and wastes his gotcha gadget as well.
Okay, slowing Toxin is in play. It's nice to see. Jumping from Yama there on the left-hand side, but I like the way that was retaken from ZEST, and this Colette pick is actually not too bad, especially now that the walls are broken. It will give that boy a bit more space to maneuver. The gotcha gadget is going to get some good value as well, but he will go down there to the Scrapyard Sucker too. Very close game, actually, when you consider that Revenge Gaming are the massive underdogs in this position, but now ZEST start to regain the lead. 90% now, and they should be in a position for this right-hand side to potentially get a takedown. With the Fire Crow coming in on the lower, yeah, that's going to be it. Great jump from him. Nicely secured as well with the help of the...
See at this level, but ZEST have started off pretty decent, especially towards the end of that game. The start of it, we definitely saw RVG Gaming taking the reins and really running away with it. But towards the end, ZEST were able to just turn it around and their composure shined through.
Shots there from Bucks, but then again, Motor with this double takedown. Great aggressive plays from him. Yao will be pretty solid in the left-hand side. Firecrow's going to try to whistle him down and catch it there as well, maybe just to help out Pekka, but Pekka's then lobbed over the wall. I love it. Swift though there with Bad Boy coming in to help. Motip is on an absolute tear though. I cannot wait to see what that boy's stats will be at the end of this set.
Yeah, and we just saw Colette waste another gadget as well. Got your gadget completely out the window, and that's so useful in a matchup like this, especially when you're faced with a Pam. Jump comes over now from Firecrow. Bad Boy's going to use the super once more, but not really get a lot from it. The healing comes out from Barley as well, but he's not hitting the shots required. In comes Motep once more, and as you say, this man's on a tear.
Just cannot be shaken. Firecrow low, 347 HP for him, and a nice little finish there from Bad Boy. He's still going to have a lot on his past there. He's just struggling between Motep and thinking about Pekka. Finds him in the bush. Love that from Bad Boy. RVG Gaming got some great plays here. Gotcha Gadget coming in as well. Pekka down to very low HP there. Lightly above 1,000. Cycling lovely stuff on that left-hand side. RVG Gaming have got some skills here, Trav.
Yeah, but also at the same time, we've seen like maybe 3 wasted Primo supers now. They're not going to the right places. They're not connecting with players. And that's the issue they're having so far. The rest of it isn't going bad at all. Supers come out there, double, and this time it actually hits. But Crow comes in, gets 1, might be able to get 2 here. Bad Boy slowed down and taken out. Just a Barley remaining, and surely he can't fend off this himself. He's throwing it to the right. I'm not sure if that's him giving up or what, but this is game to ZEST.
With the RVG may be able to gain a set here or there, but Brawl Ball, pinhole punt, it's not going to be an easy one for them. And these sets of Brawl Ball can be over very quickly, Trev, if things don't go your way.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, Brawl Ball, it's one of those game modes where if you get a bit of momentum and, you know, a bit of wind in your sail, then you're going to be fine. Like, if they can get early kills, early control, then they might be able to take a couple of games here and even take the set along with it. But you kind of got to flip it back to the thing of ZEST. They're a very aggressive team. We've just seen it in that previous one where they were pretty much just running in a straight line on a map like Split, and that's not something we expect. But Leon, however, though, I can't get behind it.
It's not really a first pick worthy Brawl. I think Max would probably be more my kind of thought process in that respect. The ban's being Spike. Shelly is banned here, which is a very good Crow as well for this region. Makes a lot of sense. M's going to come in now. RVG Gaming to pair with it. Maybe it's not the best pairing there, but Stu with the more aggressive nature for ZEST is a bit of a helping hand towards that Leon pick. The Penny, the Ruffs, and the B band, the Otis pick coming in. It's very quickly moving through the draft, Trav, and it seems that everyone knows exactly what they want. Otis is a great deterrent, I was going to say, of some of the tanky options, but it feels like RVG Gaming don't really mind that the Otis is staring them in the face. They're going to bring in the Ashe anyway.
I like the RVG Gaming comp a little bit more here. I will say, without that Leon first pick, maybe it would have swayed me. Stu and Otis, very good brawlers here, going to be decent against the M's. The Stu moving about that mobility, Otis can be able to mute up the Ashe. But it was just that first pick, and I just can't get over, like, why they would go for Leon. And I mean, there are some very good bans here. You know, I think we see a 6-ban game if I'm scanning it correctly, so a lot of those first picks will be out the way. But as you say, Max was still there.
Interesting stuff. Let's see how the Leon pick fares. Well, swift takedown for Motip, already has super. Bad Boy's weak on the right-hand side, but he wants to focus his attention to Pucks down the left. Ball about to be pushed through from Pekka. This could well avail to a goal. Great invisibility there from Motip. Potential pass. He fumbled it, but the ball nonetheless should go to beat Pekka. That is the first goal in 25 seconds.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We've got the speed now. Ashe going to receive it and Ems as well, so we'll see if they can do anything. But there's the mute. There's the Otis just playing so well. Might even go down from that, but, you know, he gets the chill pill off. Yama's going to avoid it, but can they get back in time? Don't know if they've got the DPS, and he's too low anyway. They get the kill, they get the goal, and as quick as that.
A new record, it seems, because this is going to be over in a blink of an eye unless RVG Gaming can start to get a handle on things. And Micro coming in, it does get taken care of this time around, so that's a good start, better from Revenge Gaming, but will it be enough? That's the question. Team White potential here, Motive still surviving on with the help there of the heals, but it is a good push through from Yama, and they get a goal on the board from the side of Revenge Gaming.
Well, it's a good sign. I think it's maybe a little bit of a result of that overconfidence early on from Fycro, and might choose to be a little bit more patient this time rather than just running in a straight line at all three of them, but Fat Splatter does come out. Really nice connections from both Pekka and Motep there, keeping them both extremely low. Bad Boy's one shot, but he actually gets one for his troubles as well, but the mute's available. This might be a walk here, bounce off the wall, actually does miss the mute, so Revenge Gaming's still going to remain in the lead.
Now Parks has that super as well, which would be very difficult for ZEST to be able to push into. Smoke trails inbound for Motep, and Yama is the victim, goes down immediately. Pull back through into the mid, and Bad Boy trying to deflate a little bit of this push. Fumble over the super there, trying to activate it, but the ball's passed to his feet, and therefore completely exacerbating any kind of defensive potential here. Bad Boy's in a bit of a state, will surely go down with the help of all three members of ZEST, and that is a goal prepared on a plate, really, for ZEST.
Yeah, really nice mute there as well from Pekka, just stopping Pucks from having the ability of using that friend zoner with the knockback. Fycro coming in yet again on Bad Boy, evades that shot, really nice, but Bad Boy's got some speed going on here, obviously the speed gear coming through as well, but Pekka down this left-hand side making the moves. If he can get a kill and a mute here, that's going to be a goal, but Bad Boy surviving on out a little bit longer, taking a lot of damage, and this is surely going to be another walk-in, but I believe the mute was missed yet again from Pekka there.
I think it's going to matter too much just in the way that ZEST are all around this goal. Everyone with full HP, Fycro there. If it's the hill coming on the right-hand side from Motep and Pekka, yeah, instant takedowns. Great pass through from Fycro. Not making it look very difficult. Oh, there's a little of Pekka as well. Something to be marveled at.
Yeah, it really was incredible, but we're heading on to dry season in Bounty. We'll see if this draft's as fast as the previous one, because they sped through it like nobody's business, want to get this game done. As you say, ZEST seem to be absolutely on top of everything, but this time, obviously with the addition of the 20 stars, we might be hitting that with how we're going so far, but Bounty should be a little bit more slow, a little bit more composed, so we might see a bit more of a fight back from Revenge.
It's interesting, there is on event.brawlstars right now just a poll saying, have Revenge Gaming ever played in the monthly finals before? 54% of people think that they had. And I think that's quite something to think about, because 46% said false, which is true. And, you know, it just goes to show that I think that they are playing and making relatively good decisions. It's just their opposition is ZEST, you know, and this is a team that have just won every monthly finals to date. I think any team that go up against them are going to have their struggles, no doubt about it. We're just going to be getting that draft revised in the meanwhile. I think some of the players might be reconnecting there, but it's going to be dry season up next for Bounty. You know, with what you've seen so far, Trav, I mean, I think it's fair to say it's likely to be a sweep, but is there anything that, you know, that you've seen in regards to Revenge that might give them that little bit of a lift going in for Bounty? Are they a sort of team that might fare well when it comes to passive play?
I don't know. I really don't. Like, so far, if we're just looking at the gameplay that we've even just been seeing today, if we completely forget about the previous 3 months of monthly final competitions where ZEST have won every single one of them, and we just look at this match, you'd still think ZEST are going to be able to take this one quite quickly, and I don't think there's really a lot that they're going to be able to do on the opposing side of Revenge Gaming that's going to be able to make them have a bit of a foot in this game. You know, I would absolutely love them to see them take some games, take a couple of sets, but we just got to look at the likelihood of it here. They're against ZEST. They're the absolute titans of the region. Even Clash struggle against them, and they've got some very, very well-known names.
Ray coming in, and it's a very, very high-picked brawler in the South America region, so I can absolutely understand it here, and it's a great map, actually, for Gray. Bands on the side for Revenge Gaming there with Mr. P. Gene Pick coming in for them, which I think is a solid pair of hands, no pun intended. Tick, Mr. P, and Penny were the bands for them. Eve, RTE, and Tick for ZEST. So Revenge Gaming can have something here to match with this Gene idea. Ruffs would be a good shout for me, personally. Meg, though, is what they feel is going to be quite good for them. Shady's not banned here. It can get some great results. I would love to see them come through with that. It's something which can go not only on the aggressive, but also have some strong defensive measures to just sit behind the unbreakable walls. And, you know, if you've got that blue star, you know, that's always going to go a long way here. The Crow will be available too. Not always the best one, but a high-picked brawler for this region. Let's see what ZEST are thinking.
Yeah, it does seem like Revenge Gaming have got off to a pretty decent start with their draft, at least. I do, as you said, like the Grey, and you say it's played a lot here, but the B in return, it's a great pick. Like, how is a Meg going to be able to push into a B on this map? It just won't happen, and they need that aggression with the Meg as well. You can't just sit back because you're going to be getting pushed, and even if you're getting pushed, the B's going to be able to excel. Same with Grey. Obviously, Grey having that nerf where he can't TP with teammates anymore, not really going to affect with a B because you want to keep the B at the long range and stuff like that. So I think it's pretty good from ZEST so far. I liked Revenge Gaming's comp until we just saw that B, and now a Grom coming in as well, another very, very solid brawler, and we might need to see some guaranteed wall break for Revenge Gaming.
Could potentially come in with a Sprout here for me. I quite like Sprout on this particular map, but yeah, the B is going to have a great amount of restriction because the Honey Molasses as well, when you place that on defense, it's a tough thing to get around, and a throw would help to get that eradicated for sure. Otherwise, they might have some problems with that. Let's see what they are thinking. But I agree. Brock, I like that. I do like Brock here. I was going to think about saying it earlier on, but you just never kind of know with LATAM South as to how they're going to kind of go around these sort of things. South America is definitely a region which can surprise when it comes to their drafts, but Brock makes a lot of sense. Having that wall break available with the rocket fuel, it's just going to open up some options. You don't want to allow the Groms to necessarily just sit behind the wall the entire time. I think in terms of the draft, I don't mind what Revenge Gaming are running with. I think I prefer what ZEST have, and also with the way that they are playing, it's just hard to see how Revenge Gaming come out of this on top.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the Brock pick. Don't get me wrong, I think it's very good. You know, I said they need some guaranteed wall break to be able to stop the Grom in its tracks and not let it excel as much as ZEST will hope it does, but could be breaking his own walls and hoping that Grom can't go aggressive up that side, and just going to be taking this right side against the Brock, which obviously isn't Motep's best matchup, but still, so far, pretty successful.
It's an interesting choice. I don't know whether it would be my choice, but obviously Yama wants some space to maneuver on that right-hand side. In the meanwhile, on the left, Firecrow and Pekka already closing in on Parks, and that is a concern. He's low HP, out of mech now as well. A couple of taps from Bad Boy onto the right, and some Vengeful Spirits do push Pekka back into the mid just a little bit more, but it does feel like, to me, the ZEST are the sharks in these waters, and they can smell blood.
Does seem that way, and Firecrow going to use that TP over towards the left-hand side, get the kill. Really nice stuff from him, and Grombo over the right-hand side as well. And at this rate, we might be seeing the 20 stars being hit as they have full control, and we do have a pull from Bad Boy, which might sway it just a little bit, but he's going to need a good connection, probably towards Firecrow.
I mean, we couldn't really have asked for like a rotation that would cater more towards a fast sweep here, really, could you? Because now with that 20-star rule coming into play, you know, if ZEST want to finish this with just kills and skill, they can absolutely do that before the timer runs out. Now, pace slowing down just a little bit, but stars firmly remain above the heads of ZEST until Motep wants to add one more to the plate. 11 to 20, not a single star has been earned so far by Revenge Gaming.
Yeah, Grombomb came down, but really getting nothing from it. Pekka over the right-hand side and Motep down the mid now, using those unbreakable walls to his advantage, and Firecrow over the left-hand side. Needs to get pucks quite low before he goes into this TP, especially with the swipe being available, but there goes the rocket fuel over the right-hand side. Pekka going to use that Honey Molasses to just tank a little bit more, and we see Firecrow come in, TP to the mid and get that kill. The swing's going to be missed, a pull, and he's actually going to stay alive thanks to that walking game, stunning pucks down a little bit, and Pekka, he doesn't want to stop there, he wants some more kills.
Do I not add the favorable miss magic hand there as well, and Firecrow will survive on and get a kill on the way too. Lovely stuff from ZEST 19.
An attempt at missing. We know we needed it on someone who had a lot of stars a little bit earlier on, as Firecrow had 4 early on when they had 9 stars altogether, which would have brought it back a little bit more, but it just doesn't seem like he's getting the opportunities, and ZEST are just walking over them.
Well, a very swift early kill from Pekka there. Motep pinning, and again, I do love the fact that ZEST are coming in today with great spirits, and I also kind of hope for that same reason that maybe to later on today Clash might be able to dampen some of them. It's always fun to watch a bit more back and forth, but Walking Cane from Firecrow is going to bring Bad Boy a little bit more towards him. One tap, didn't quite follow up the next though. Another Walking Cane will actually secure a kill from Firecrow there. Yama's low as well, and surely about to go down this right-hand side if both can find the shots, but a huge slow there from Pekka. It's going to leave everyone vulnerable in the mid.
Yeah, Firecrow's got his TP now as well, going to be looking for the opportunity, gets one of them down, might be better off going towards Pucks now, can get the quick auto aim onto him, but the swipe is enough to dissuade him from going for that. Bad Boy got the super now as well, going to get taken down. Firecrow comes in along with that big shot from Motep, but actually going to be taken down. Doesn't matter though, because they're getting trades and more trades. ZEST looking so good right now.
Second low though, could be 4 stars and boost block only, which it is. Now it's only 5 stars separating things. The Motiv's going to give over 4 more as well. Is there a glimmer here, Trevor? I mean, this is the best chance Revenge Gaming have had all day long so far. They've got 35 seconds, and I feel like ZEST now behind the wall. Wow, actually, Yellows going to break it. That might be helpful, but this is probably where they're going to be feeling strongest, actually allowing the lesser experienced team to try to push up here.
Yeah, well, I think, you know, they've kind of taken their overconfidence, backed off a little bit more now as well, but FICO is actually going in anyway. Blue Stars with him also, but even if they get that kill, they need another one as well. Motep's going to TP in, and maybe this overconfidence still remains, but the Grombomb's going to get a kill, and the confidence is clearly warranted. Yammer over the right side now as well, slowed down and taken out. We hit the 20 stars, and ZEST take the win. They're going to move on to the finals, and we're going to see Revenge Gaming going out.
Well, it was pretty much the result that we were all expecting, but nonetheless, I think that Revenge Gaming did pretty well under the circumstances. You can see that ZEST exuded confidence, and they've been smiling. Well,